Here with the first edition of Bird Basics, I'm Amanda Irvine, joined by Austin Miller, outfielder at LMU. Today, Austin's going to be teaching us how to bunt. Austin, when was the first time you bunted?
First time I bunted, I would say I was probably 10 or 11, starting to get a travel ball. And that's when you're taught what a sacrifice bunt is and what it can do for the team. So I'd probably say 10 or 11.
What was it like learning how to bunt?
It was difficult. I mean, I can't really remember that well, but looking back on it, when you're that little, you probably just want to hit. And so you got to understand why you're bunting, what it does for the team, what it can do in a game. And the fundamentals of it, they're pretty tough when you're at a young age. But other than that, I would say it was a skill that actually came pretty easy.
Is there a certain situation in the game you're looking to bunt?
Yeah, when I lead off an inning, obviously that can get the offense going, and I'm trying to get on base any way I can, so that's definitely an option. And the other time I'd say is with 2 outs, because the defense really isn't expecting someone to bunt with 2 outs, and so I think that's a good time to catch people off guard.
When you walk up to the plate, how does the defense dictate what you're going to do?
First, I look at the pitcher. If it's a right-handed pitcher, I'm going to bunt down the third baseline. If it's a left-handed pitcher, I'm going to go down the first baseline because they have a tendency to fall towards the third base dugout. And so another thing that you can look at is the corner infielders, the third baseman and the first baseman. Obviously, I like to go down third base, so right away I'm glancing towards the third baseman, seeing where they're playing. Obviously, it's easy if they're playing back. If they're anywhere behind the line, I can lay down pretty much a bunt, and I'm very confident that I'm going to be safe. If they're in, I look at how close he is towards the base. If he's closer to second base, then obviously I'm going to go down the line and miss fair or foul. If he's straight up with me, then I just got to put it in a good area, and hopefully I'm safe after that.
Austin, what's the biggest trick to bunting?
You know, I'd say placement and where you put the ball. A lot of athletes now think that it's how fast you get out of the box and how fast you get down the line, but that really doesn't matter unless if you put it in a good area. So what I try to focus on is deadening the ball and getting it to the ground as fast as I can and putting it in a good area and just relying on my speed to get down the line and beat out the throw.
So Austin, are you up for the challenge teaching me how to bunt today?
I mean, we'll see how it goes, but no, I think I can do that. How to hold the bat, and you want to hold it in a balanced position with your top hand, and so you don't want to hold it too far down where the barrel is going to fall. You don't want to hold it too far up because you have nowhere to bunt the ball. So you want to hold it in a nice balanced position, obviously with your fingers tucked so you're not breaking any fingers. And then what I do is I usually slide my hand up the knob a little bit, and I just feel like this gives me a little bit more back control. Can control my angles and where I want to place the ball. So that's the first thing. The second thing, what I would tell people is the higher you slide your hand up means the more the ball will deaden for you, which means you won't bunt it as far. That would be my stance. And like I said, you don't want to show the defense you're about ready to bunt. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop my hands. I'm going to bunt. I'm going to make sure my weight or my body movements are going towards the pitcher. That way I'm not baking out of the box too fast. Once I bump the ball and see it down, that's the most important part, is you want to see it down to the ground before you start running. Then I'm going to cross over with my left foot, and then I'm out of the box. That was pretty good. Well, the thing you want to make sure is that the ball, I did it too, but you want to bunt the ball down, so when you're looking at the ball, you want to bunt the top part of the ball. The reason for this is because if you're sacrificing, it just makes sense for the runner, because if the runner sees the ball go straight down, then that's when they can run. They can run right away, but if it goes in the air, then they kind of have to freeze and wait to see if someone's going to catch it.